course, around the region. We have the Snow Canyon Warriors. Tonight they host the Dixie Flyers. And again, our game tonight will be on the triple cast on live TV right here on radio on 97.7 ESPN. And of course, you can pick us up as well, sportsradio977.com, and get the feed. So we've got you covered in the game tonight. We do appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much to Findlay Volkswagen. This is the Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Roy's, stop in at one of their two locations. Enjoy delicious pizza or pasta. Warm, homey surroundings. You can call for takeout or order online. That number is 673-8222. Gymnasiums start to fill up for tonight's Region 9 game here. We've got them around the area tonight, also across the county, I guess, out in Hurricane. Big game there tonight features Hurricane as they take on Desert Hills, the number 2 and 3 teams in the region. Tonight we got number 1 Dixie, and we have hopeful Snow Canyon. This is a big game tonight for the Snow Canyon Warriors. They pulled off a big win here at home last week over Canyon View, and that really kind of set them up. Now, going into tonight's game, here's a look at the region standings. Dixie, of course, unbeaten in their 9 games. They stand at 9-0, number 1. Desert Hills coming in second place, 7 wins and 2 losses. I mentioned the Hurricane Tigers. They are a half a game ahead of Canyon View for 3rd and 4th place. Now in 5th right now, 1 game behind Canyon View, is the Snow Canyon Warriors, who play here tonight. Now Snow Canyon has a record of 4-6. All right, there are 3 more games left on the season. If Snow Canyon were to lose tonight, they would then drop 2 games behind Canyon View with 2 games to go. That put them right on the cusp. And to add a little bit to that, the Canyon View and Snow Canyon split their 2 games, so it would have to go down to the next team. So the lot riding, if the Warriors get a win here tonight, and it's going to take a whale of a game to knock off the high-flying Dixie Flyers. But if Snow Canyon would get a win, that would put them at 5-6 and just a half game behind Canyon View, because the Falcons have the bye week tonight. So a lot riding on this when we're down to that time of season when each and every game means a lot. Also, Dixie is Cedar is taking on Pineview tonight. Those 2 teams, unfortunately, kind of out of the mix. They will not be able to go on into postseason. 2-8 for Pineview, 1-8 for the Cedar Redmond. All right, welcome once again. Thanks so much for joining us. We are inside the Warriors Gymnasium, and this is a pretty good matchup between these 2 teams. As we look at scoring for Dixie, they're 17-3 overall, 9-0 in Region 9 play, and they have scored over 1,100 points. Snow Canyon, though, is less than 100 points behind them. This is in total offense on the year, although the Warriors are just 8-12. Got off to a rough start. They've kind of come back. They're one of the hotter teams in the region right now. But again, they're going to have their hands full here tonight. And part of the reason they're going to have their hands full is that a couple of guys for the Dixie Flyers right now are really playing some great ball. And I want to talk about some of the teams. By the way, it is going to be a little bit of an extended pregame. It is senior night here tonight for Snow Canyon High School. As we walked in over there, they've got some big photos of some of the senior basketball players here, and they will be honored here tonight. But let's take a look at the Dixie Flyers, some of the top players for them. And, of course, they are led by the coach's son. That's Tanner Cuff. And Cuff has really kind of stepped it up here over the last little while. He was doing pretty good, really good. Now he's doing really, really good, if I can say that. He's averaging 15 points a ball game, and he had a big game the other night. You know, Dixie this year, they're unbeaten. There's a couple of games when, quite frankly, they should not have won, but they have found a way to step it up and come up with victories this year to get that unbeaten year. So they just seem to be able to do it. Right behind Kampf is Bodema. I do like Carson Bodema. To me, he's kind of a blue-collar player. Bodema has had a great year. Let's pull up some of the stats outside of just the scoring. Tanner Cuff, 15 a game. He also has hit 26 three-pointers to lead the team. He is the number one rebounder, averaging a little over 5 rebounds a game, and he has 31 steals. He is just kind of the complete player. But I mentioned Bodema right behind him. 13.5 points a ball game. He has got 13 three-pointers. That's second on the team behind only Tanner Cuff, and he also is number 3 when it comes to rebounds. One of the guys that slipped in there is Peyton Wilgar, having a good season as well. He's the other guy you're really going to have to watch. Wilgar averages 5.5 points a game, but in rebounds, he has nearly 100 rebounds for just under 5 rebound per game average. He also is second on the team in assists. And the other one, Brody Henderson. Henderson is the assist leader. He has second assist leader with 46 on the year behind Tanner Cuff. That's kind of a look at some of the top players for the Dixie Flyers. Let's take a look at the Snow Canyon Warriors. Once again, they're honoring seniors tonight. They got the senior cheerleaders, senior performers, and congratulations to them. They'll have the senior members of the basketball team coming out here in just a couple of minutes as well. Now, for Snow Canyon, they are led in scoring by Braden Baker. Baker started out hot, trailed off just a bit, but he's starting to really pick it up as well. He has 13.9 points a game. He has hit 37 three-pointers to lead his team. 13 plus points per game for Joey Robertson. You know, a guy that he does well. He's averaging nearly 9 points a game, but he's always around the basket. He leads the Warriors in rebounds. That's Bryson Childs with 159, just under 8 rebounds per game. So nearly 9 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and he dishes out 2.5 assists to also lead the team. These are the kind of kids that are stepping it up this year for these two teams. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll come back. Pre-game festivities continuing here as they honor the seniors here tonight at Snow Canyon High School. Take a break. Pre-game continues in 1 minute.
And now let's introduce your senior basketball players for tonight. Braden Baker, son of Aaron and Carolyn Baker. Austin Staley, son of Nate and Andy Staley.
Jungle here at Snow Canyon High School. Not a sellout crowd by any stretch of the imagination, but a good crowd here tonight. Big contingent of Snow Canyon High students. They are dressed out, trying a whiteout here tonight for their team. Across the way, there's a fair amount of Dixie Flyer fans. They're more kind of spread throughout the area. Thanks again to our sponsors tonight, including Camping World of St. George. Find a huge selection of all the top brands, and they have been helping us bring you keys of the game. All right, let's take a look at the Camping World keys of the game tonight. And I think one of the really big keys for Snow Canyon tonight is they're going to have to find a way to keep Tanner Cuff in check. Tanner can really blow out a game. He's got that ability to take over. He's fairly lanky. He loves to shoot the three, and he can indeed shoot the three. He'll crash the boards. He'll go inside. He'll do whatever you want. And then, of course, Carson Bottom, really a 1-2 punch for those two teams. But I think the key of the game is that they are going to have to keep him under wraps. The other side of that, on their side of the ball, they're really going to have to get involved in the game. Their big center, Joey Robertson. Robertson's got good size, and if he gets going, he can do some damage. So I think they've really got to get the ball in his hands to allow him to be a big part of tonight's game. He's averaging 13 plus per game, along with Braden Baker. But I really think defense, when it comes to trying to stop Tanner Cuff, Carson Bottom, they've got to be able to rebound tonight. And, of course, turnovers, always got to be keys to the game. And you just have to be able to hang on to the ball. And I really believe that Snow Canyon tonight specifically is going to have to not turn the ball over early in the game. They cannot allow Dixie to get out to any kind of a lead, I don't think, because the Flyers have a way of just getting better throughout the game. So I think that's some of the keys of the game tonight. Well, he made it. AT has joined us here.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Better late than never.
That's
good
right.
To be in the jungle.
There you go. And I was just kind of going over some of the keys to tonight's game. Let me just turn to you. What in your mind, Andy, would be some of the keys in tonight's matchup?
Well, I think for Snow Canyon, it's aggressiveness in transition. I think the first time these two teams played, it was a 37-32 game, Mike. Really slow pace. They both want to play in the half court. But if Snow Canyon wants to pull the upset tonight, I think they got to lift the tempo, and Braden Baker has to score in transition. He'll be the best athlete on the floor tonight, I think, for either team, him and Peyton Wilgar. But they've got to be aggressive in transition. And then another one, Austin Staley has got to be a scorer. You know you're going to get points from Robertson, from Baker. You need an X factor. Staley is kind of their floor general, does a lot distributing the ball, but we know he can shoot, and I think he's got to score in double digits tonight.
I agree with that. You look down at his statistics, he doesn't really score that much, 4 or 5 points a game, but he can, to your point.
Yeah.
And they've really got to see it tonight. So, all right, there you have some of our thoughts on keys of the game tonight, brought to you by Camping World. And they still have the senior athletes, senior cheerleaders, all out on the floor right now as they were honoring them. Now they're passing out flowers to the moms. Good to see. I want to see them, like, I don't know, hand an angleworm or something to the guys. You just go fishing,
There you
gentlemen.
go. Yeah, there you go.
Do something.
Enjoy, yeah.
It's a good hit. Let's take another 1-minute break. We'll come back. We'll take a look. See what we think about the coaches, about they're looking forward to tonight's game. More on the pregame continues in 1 minute.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
All right, welcome back, and again, we are in the jungle. Okay, it's starting to fill up a little bit more here. We're a couple minutes away from the start in tonight's ball game. And I know before you got here, I was talking, and I think it's pretty obvious for Snow Canyon tonight, this really is almost a must-win game. Should they lose, they would be absolutely up against it because they'd be 2 games behind Canyon View with 2 games to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It all starts here. All hope is not lost. We were talking on the Dixie show earlier. The team, the effort the Snow Canyon team put up forth on football, Mike, the season they had, they were the odd man out. In basketball, once again, a really talented team who potentially could be left out because only 4 make it. That would be 2 disappointing seasons in a row for Snow Canyon Athletics, because 2 really good teams. But if you're a Warrior fan, you're hoping you can pull off the miracle tonight so that you have a shot with a couple games left.
I don't know. As you look at how it's just turned out, if you get to one of these must-game wins, well, who's the last team you want to see?
Yeah, exactly.
The Dixie Flyers.
The team that just held Jackson last at 18 points, which nobody's been able to done. They defend so well as a team on the perimeter, in the paint. Bottom and Tanner Cuff can do it all, but especially down low, and that's going to be a tough task for Robertson to get going, one of the most talented guys in the post, but has struggled with inconsistency this year for Coach Sorensen.
Absolutely. So we got a good one coming up tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us on our Triple Cash. You want it on TV, you want it on radio, you want it on the internet. We have got you covered here tonight with this one. Again, as most of you know, it is down to 3 games remaining, including tonight in the regular season. So tonight, next Wednesday, and Thursday, and then it wraps up, and we get set to start talking about state tournament, which, Andy, blows my mind. Every year at this point, I go, how can it go so fast?
Well, I was parking, Mike, and as I'm walking into Snow Canyon, I realized the baseball lights are on. And
right.
Somebody's playing baseball. I'm from Illinois. We weren't playing baseball in February in Illinois, so it's amazing how fast, this season has gone by.
Amen. So we do expect a good game here tonight between these two, but I go back to what I think is the real key in this one, and I believe that Snow Canyon cannot let the Flyers get off to a quick start tonight.
And the good news for Coach Sorensen is the Warriors in the games that I've been at in the jungle start with high energy. They're making jump shots in the first quarter of these games. That's definitely a key, especially not turning the ball over, as you were talking about in the keys of the game. Staley needs to be very strong with the ball tonight, not make lazy passes, because on the perimeter, the Dixie Flyers are one of the best, I think, in 4A of getting out, knocking balls loose, and running. Even though they want to score in the 40s, win in the low 50s, they can run and they can score in transition.
I went back today just because and picked up some of the musings and writings of the sports writers at the beginning of this season.
Oh boy.
And when it talked about Region 9, it says, well, we expect Flyers and Desert Hills are usually pretty good, but they don't have any returning starters. Can they do it? And I thought, they're number 1 and 2 in the region.
It's amazing the program strength of Dixie, and as you mentioned, Desert Hills. It doesn't matter. You lose pretty much everybody, and you're still one of the best teams in the South.
All right, our national anthem is coming up as they lower Old Glory, the beautiful flag of America, and we'll have a young person come out and sing the national anthem. We're going to take a 90-second break. We'll be back right after this.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
We welcome you back. Boy, what a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Kind of fun to hear these young people and their abilities. Right before we get to watch the athletic ability, we get to hear some of the talent of these young people. Introductions going on right now for the Dixie Flyers. Of course, Peyton Wilgar out there. And he is joining Derek Cox. I like these. Are these weird numbers? Maybe I haven't seen them for a while. Kind of boxy. Number 2 is Carson Bottom, and number 3 is Tanner Cuff, leading scorer again for the Flyers, and Brody Henderson rounding out the top 5. Okay, I forgot we do this. How do I forget this? Well, of course, as the lights are out here in the jungle, and we get set for the introduction of the home team, they do a pretty good job here. They got all kinds of lights and
lasers shooting all over the place.
I would be a little bit nervous if I was a player running across the dark floor. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I am totally uncoordinated in trying to get out there. You know, Child being introduced out there right now. Waiting.
Yeah, there's Baker and Staley. And I think Brooks Sampson looking through the dark here.
Yep, I think you're right out there.
And then big number 32.
Yeah, Robertson.
Joey Robertson, yep.
So there you have the starting lineup tonight for these two teams. And by the way, our starting lineups, thank you very much to the great folks at Hit It to the Sky at the great golf course. I've said it before, but I would go out there just to look at the site, let alone play great golf. It's just a beautiful course.
Why ruin the day and actually golf, Mike? You and me know that.
Yeah, with our abilities at golf, we're better off.
That's right.
Go out and look at the view here. All right, we are just moments away from the start of tonight's ball game. Of course, the Snow Canyon Warriors are in their home whites. The Dixie Flyers in their traveling deep blue uniforms. And we get set to go. Out there, ready to go, is actually Spencer Snow is starting.
Yeah, I was going to say Joey Robertson, I forget, is 33, and it looks like Spencer Snow surprisingly getting the start tonight for the Warriors.
And in fact, it's going to be Braden Baker doing the jumping. So there you have it. Looks like the big boys over on the bench. They get in a little while. Here we go. The officials say we're ready. They step to the center. Ball is tipped and controlled by, last touched apparently by the Warriors, as Snow got a hold of it, couldn't hang on. He trips and the ball goes out of bounds. It does go off one of the Flyers, and it belongs to the Warriors.
Yeah, I thought that was off Snow as well.
Yeah.
Apparently a Flyer touched it last.
Top of the key, they hand it back to Snow. He goes right side. Long three-pointer rattles in and out.
Great shot, though. I like Staley being aggressive early at an open three. Just didn't rattle it in.
Into the forecourt as Henderson gives it back. Answering, though, the three, the Team Diato three is Carson Bodema.
And he has that extendability. So does Tanner Cuff. It's tough to defend these guys who can stretch out and make that shot.
Well, I tell you, that is the last thing that Snow wanted to see, the Warriors, is to see their deep one not go down and then the other teams go down. Block shot, but the Warriors get it back as Austin Staley with it out high. Gives it up to Childs. Childs calling for help. Work it out to Spencer Snow. Back to Staley. Near wing it comes to Childs. He'll penetrate. Kick it off. Thinking about it was Staley. Won't shoot the three. Childs will, and it's off the back window. No good. Rebound. Braden up. No! And they're taken down that time by Klopp.
So hard to get open against this Dixie Flyer team. That's not Bryson Child's shot, but he took it anyway.
Drive hard to the hole. No good. Rebound underneath by the Flyers. No good. But the second time, boy, does Carson Bodema look like he's on a mission?
He's aggressive to start this game. Tough matchup for Spencer Snow in the athleticism department as Bodema 5 early already.
And he leads at 5 to Snow Canyon's nothing. We are just a minute and 30 seconds into the first quarter, and it's a quick start, just what I thought that the Warriors did not want to see. Childs to the left, dumps it in the corner to Spencer Snow. High arcing three won't go down, and a rebound to Cuff.
And just nobody's open for Snow Canyon. They're having to default into long threes by non-three-point shooters. Great job by the Flyers denying the ball to their playmakers.
Bounce it on the angle. That's the first time we've seen any kind of a play. Beautiful pass and blown underneath. Cuff wide open. Missed the cripple. Braden Baker with a Team Diato three.
Gets things started. He's been awesome in first quarters at home all season long. Now they got to defend on the other side.
Yeah, that was a big hit, though, to get him kind of back in things. Ball is tipped, but controlled by Cox. Inside kick out to bottom. Around the horn it goes to Henderson. Henderson down low. Cox across, lay it up and in.
Way too easy. They've had easy buckets by Cox and Bodema down on the blocks. Tough job on defense so far by Spencer Snow.
Quick 7-3 start by the Dixie Flyers. Staley give it up straight. Childs kicks it back. Staley way out high with the ball, looking for help. Comes back that's Sampson. Childs draws. Staley another look at a three. It's too hard, no good. And Cuff with another rebound. He whips it ahead to Henderson. Henderson over top, down low, stop, catch, Bodema. Try to force it, blocked away and taken this time by Spencer Snow.
Great job that time by Snow to go straight up, not foul. Brooks Sampson helped him out because Bodema had it in a pretty good position. Good defensive stand there by the Warriors.
Played about 3.5 minutes, 7-3 the lead to the Flyers. Snow Canyon stopped the quick onslaught. Another wide open three, and it's good by Spencer Snow.
Hoist it, big fella. They're going to leave you open. That was his second attempt. Almost made the first one. Good stroke by the big man.
Yeah, and Cuff says, I'm going to try to match. His will not go down. And a rebound on the baseline taken down by the Warriors. They're off to the races. Stolen away, and now a foul as Cuff came up with it. But as he started to take off, he was bumped and fouled by Austin Staley.
Great play here by Cove. He just kind of lurks on the perimeter, waits for the point guard to take his eyes off of who he's throwing it to and leaps in, gets the steal, and then the blocking foul by the Warriors.
Couple of ticks under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And let's see. No, I thought there were some changes made. Don't see any, so on we go. 3:58, 7-5 now. Now let's see. They have changed one of the Warriors' buckets to a two-pointer, obviously. They only have 5 points up. I had them for 2 3-pointers. There's a reach and a foul again on Staley. So now which one do I take it away from? Braden Baker or Spencer Snow? They've only got 5 points.
Yeah, it may have, I don't know, it may have been the last one. Unfortunately for Snow, he'll get his three-pointer taken away, but looks like the Flyers have brought in Jace Bennett.
Yep.
And subbed out Cuff.
Checking in for the Warriors now is Cole Warner. Henderson in the backcourt dumps it into Jace Bennett. Bennett drives left wing, gets it down low to Cox. He turns in, lays it in.
That's tough to guard. Just has the length over Snow. Really good move to roll into the middle of the paint and finish with a finger roll.
To try to body up, they're pretty close, but that speed, that first step, that definitely belongs to Cox. And this one, yeah, they give him the three. Team Deotto three, Snow.
Keep shooting, Snow. They're leaving him open. Knocks down another one. Great job.
And inside, the ball comes loose. Grabbed by Snow on the missed shot underneath. And it's a 9-8 ball game. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of action. Samuelson looks inside, gets it back to Childs. Childs, midway the quarter angle left, drives top of the key. Looks over top, feeds low. Baker lay it up and in.
Beautiful little eye contact and then going to the rim by Braden Baker. Beautiful feed by Bryson Childs for an easy right-handed layup.
Boy, that's what they like. Movement without the ball. Braden did a great job of giving the target. Down low again on the base. Inside, kick out. Three on the way. Too long, no good. Rebound taken away by Warner. All the way down to Braden Baker. Inside pass, too tall. Yeah, that was a tough one. He was looking inside for Childs, but that's like throwing into triple defense on your wide receiver.
Absolutely, into the paint. 3 blue jerseys right there as they go to Cox in the high post.
Cox, give it up. Leaner, shot good. Peyton Wilgar, his first bucket, and the Flyers back up by 1, 11-10.
And the Flyers getting a lot of easy buckets on their end. Snow Canyon having to shoot a lot of threes, but so far they're knocking them down.
Absolutely. Down to the corner, Childs. Now he backs it out and said, let's reset the offense. He goes top of the key straight away. Looks right, give it up to Samuelson. Samuelson straight away to Baker. Baker fakes left, goes right. Stop, fall away 15, too hard, no good. Rebound Cox of the Flyers. He finds Henderson. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. It's a 1-point game. And what have we got? A steal, and then they say stepping out of bounds.
Kind of a controversial call with the ref. May have been in the way on the sideline. She was trying to squeeze as close to the crowd as she possibly could, but the home faithful didn't like the call.
Now we've got a timeout. And one official said he wanted to count the player. They had wholesale substitutions, and he goes, wait a minute, how many we got in here? So he says, my timeout. Chase with the ball, swings it out high, looking underneath, can't find anybody. Comes back now to Barban. Barban underneath, shot no good. Rebound taken away by the Warriors. And now we've got a traveling call, I think, or a carry charged against Snow Canyon.
Yeah, we'll see on the replay here after Barban's miss, it's Baker trying to push it into transition, and then some type, a carry.
I think you're right, yeah.
Something like that kills the fast break.
Drive in, now kick it out. 50 seconds to go. Will the Flyers try to kill a whole minute? Yeah, probably.
They've done it before.
Yeah, quite a few times. Barban starts to drive, and they've got in now driving all the way, but they still bring it back out. Pretty much assured they're going to run off a minute of the last minute of the first half. They have a 1-point lead. They're going to try to assure they go into the quarter break here with that lead. Barban kick it out to Cuff. Cuff cross-court Henderson. Still way out near the half-court line. 14 seconds to go. Get it to Cuff. Now they'll start to move. Cuff trying to get a high screen. Can't do it. They cut him off. He moves in. Swings the pass to Barban. Underneath. Scoop. In and out. No good. Tipped up. No good. Rebound Warriors. And that's the end of one pretty doggone good quarter of basketball.
Really good drive there by Barber. Tried to finish with his right hand for the second consecutive possession. Just rimmed out, but they have the 1-point lead after one.
The end of one quarter on the one-loss scoreboard. 11-10 Dixie. Back in a minute.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden teeth holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30.
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on you.
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
Welcome back. We get set for quarter number 2. There's a little discussion going on, and I think they're saying there was somewhere a tie-up, and I believe they're giving the Flyers the ball instead of Snow Canyon, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, some quirky stuff happening in the first quarter, and then in the interim, heading into the second quarter with some calls being changed.
Yeah, so the ball comes in back to court to Henderson. He's across the timeline, bounce it to the high post. Cox turns, hands it back, long cross-court pass. Bodema has the ball knocked away, and it is off of Bodema and out of bounds. It'll be Snow Canyon basketball.
Good job getting handsy there by Cole Warner, making it tough on Bodema to receive the pass.
So now it's kind of a trap. Full court defense coming up. The Warriors break it down and driving in. Ball is taken away with the steal. Brody Henderson. Henderson travel got away. Gives it up to Bodema. Bodema bumped and they blocked the ball. No foul called.
Great job. Joey Robertson got a little contact with the body, but got all ball up above. Really good stop there on Bodema.
Straight away, they get it once again to Robertson. Joey swings it straight away, gets it back. Out to Child. Child now to Braden Baker. Bounce it low, down underneath, spin off the glass. Got it. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful. Dixie's had a lot of easy buckets. Finally, Robertson in the game gets an easy bucket of his own.
Good defense, but the ball still goes in. Was that Bodema with a shot?
I think that was Wilgar who finished there, and they've had a bunch of those down low. Wilgar, Cox, Cuff, and Bodema are getting a lot of shots close to the basket for Dixie.
Robertson was there, and he went straight up, but Wilgar floated it. And now an attempt to knock it off the legs, and we've got a foul. It's going to be charged against Braden Baker. I think a frustration foul. Yeah. He thought he was fouled. Third team foul on Snow Canyon, none so far on Dixie. We have not shot in this game so far a free throw, Fabulous Freddy's free throw. But we are seeing some Team Diato threes go down. Bodema over, ball taken away. Great hustle by Baker. Steps in front of Cuff. Baker into the forecourt. Swings it to the right side. Ball comes loose. They bring it back out to Carson. Or Warner, jumper right wing. It's a three-pointer, counted by Child.
Wow, Childs with a huge step back, jumps back about 3 yards and knocks down a three. Huge shot for number 21.
Team Diato 3, they're starting to light them up. 2-point lead right now for Snow Canyon. Cuff wings it in the corner to Brody Henderson. Back out Cuff. Now over it goes. They hand it to Wilgar. Wilgar drive. Jump pass into the corner. We got to travel.
Been tough for Cuff to get going on offense this game. Great job last possession by Braden Baker, cutting him off on the wraparound. This time just shuffles his feet on the baseline for the travel.
Good job by the guys in the truck on the camera where you could really see it on the replay there. Took a step back before he got it off. And the Warriors get it into the forecourt. Baker steps up, ball rejected. And Cuff with a rebound on the rejected shot. He drives in, hangs, scoop, got it.
Nice little Steve Nash scoop shot there by Cuff, avoiding the charge and trying to shoot jump shots over Derek Cox. Not working out for Snow Canyon, his second block tonight.
Ball comes into the forecourt, back out Robertson. Robertson holding it high in the corner, drive, hang, shot, no. Some people wanted to foul, others wanted, well, I don't know, whatever. They didn't get it. On we play.
Yeah, the Warriors fans saying Tanner Cuff slapped the backboard so hard it may have affected the shot, but didn't get the call.
15-15. We're tied up with 4:40 to go in the first half. Flyers with the ball. Wilgar starts to drive, now backs it out. Gives it up to Bodema. Bodema in the corner. Henderson brings it back out. Pretty good defense right now by Snow Canyon. And Cuff straight away. Three-pointer no good. To the floor. And we got a jump ball.
Great hustle there by Bryson Childs. Cox was most likely to get it, but then Bryson just got to the floor fast, wrapped his arms around it, and they got the possession arrow.
And substitution, first time in the game, is Sam Westfall. Sam checks in. That's not the number I had, but I do know Sam, so he checks in. Anybody else? Well, Jace Bennett's back in and also into the game. Okay, who's 45? Oh, that's a key Prince. I can tell by the hairdo there for Prince. Drive, hang to the hole, lay it up and in.
Another amazing shot by Bryson, this time going to the hoop. Acrobatic finish. And then a turnover by Payson Wilgar on the other end. It'll get them back to the Warriors.
Wow, pace picking up, and the Warriors hanging right there. They lead it by 2 with 3:57 to go. A lot of action out on the court.
They're going to get Sam Westfall on the foul.
On the foul.
Half court, yeah.
That's the first team foul on the Flyers in the game. That comes with 3:45 to go in the first half. Braden Baker drives, hangs, tried to stuff it. I thought there was a whistle, apparently not. Braden gets the rebound, keeps the ball, swings it up top now to Staley.
What an aggressive move by Baker. Almost threw it down as Prince knocks it out of bounds. Heck of an effort by Baker to get up above the rim. And then I think it was Robertson who got blocked down low by the Flyers, but two attempts close to the basket.
Warriors bring it into Robertson. Out and around the horn they go. Give it up outside now to Childs. Childs will back it out. Coach Sorensen over there yelling some instruction to his team. Warriors up a bucket with 3:12 to go here in quarter number 2. Straight away outside, stepping in, losing the ball, but rushing out to get it is Staley. And Staley resets the offense. Give it up right angle now to Childs. Childs back, they work to Robertson. Robertson, cross-court pass. Catch and shoot, three is good. Team Deotto Baker.
Well, you can't give him that much space. That was just bad closing out by Tanner Cuff. He got about 6 feet and just knocked it down.
5-point lead, biggest lead of the game right now for the Snow Canyon Warriors. And we have a bench warning to Snow Canyon. They had a couple of the team members got excited, and the official blew the whistle and turned and warned the bench.
I don't see that often in basketball, kind of like a sideline warning.
Yep, it was. Westfall into the forecourt. Bounce it to the high post, Wilgar. Wilgar give it up to Prince. Back out, Cuff. Long shot, no good. Rebound taken and lost. Now it's thrown away by the Warriors. Into the forecourt, near wing. Driving, straight away, hang. Open look, Baker on the rim and off, no good. And we're going to have an over the back foul Charge to Joey Robertson.
And this place was anticipating, ready to erupt if Baker knocked that one down. Just missed it a little bit left. But Cuff, once again, struggling to get going on offense. On the other end, missed an open three.
Yep. By the way, in the ball game for the Warriors, number 24, Cole Garasoli. This kid, I'll tell you, he came out of nowhere about 4 games ago. I like him. He's young, but man, he's exciting. And wow, they're going to call a foul on Garasoli. So he really makes himself known right away.
Yeah, I don't know if they were saying they push the defender a little bit, but another call on the Warriors.
It is indeed. Bennett give it up in the corner to Bodema. Bodema starts to drive. Now he backs it out. They reset with 1:45. Over top to Cuff. Cuff turns. Fall away. 10-footer. No good. Rebound inside. Taken away by Childs. He hustles into the forecourt. All the way down. Leaves it in the corner. Garasoli. Air ball. Battle knocked out of bounds by Dixie. And the Warriors will have it with 1:26 to go. And a 5-point lead here at the half.
Garasoli pulled the trigger from the baseline just a little bit long.
Little deep.
A little deep there, a little excited.
Ball comes in. Robertson, no, but he's fouled by Bennett. Good inbounds play. Movement without the ball. Robertson went to the hole. Jace Bennett picks up his first, just the second team foul, but it'll be 2 shots there. You see it on the replay. Bennett trading, had to reach over the back.
Great cut to the basket as Robertson rims out the first one. Usually Dixie pretty clean around the rim, not fouling. Only their second foul of the half.
Yep.
But Robertson will get a chance here on a second free throw.
That is the first Fabulous Freddy free throw in the game. That's the second, and he is 1 for 2. The lead is 6, 21-15. Substitution for the Warriors. Who do they bring back? Looks like they bring Sampson back in. Up top, Bennett looking at a barrel. 3 ball too long, and a rebound. And they're going to have a foul. 2 shots coming up. Nice little pump fake on the baseline there.
Strong rebound there by Henderson, and then good up fake. Draws huge contact from Snow Canyon. Still able to get the shot off as well. Just didn't go down. He'll get 2 shots.
Foul, by the way, charged to Joey Robertson. That's his second. And a free throw, no good by Henderson. So the first Fabulous Freddy free throw goes awry. First for them. 2 only in the first half for Snow Canyon. And stepping back up once again, Brody Henderson, averaging about 5 a game, knocks that one down. And the ball comes in the backcourt. Austin Staley. Staley works it into the front court where he hands it to Samuelson. Samuelson went up. I thought he was hit. He came back down with the ball, and the official says, oh, yeah, that's a travel.
Yeah, he wanted the foul on the reach-in. We'll see it here on the replay as Henderson kind of reaches in. Sampson may have said, I lost possession, then recollected it, but I think the right call.
21-16 with 55 seconds to go. Wilgar, angle right, bounce it in the corner to Bennett. Bennett over top, and a foul. And it's going to be on the baseline before any shot, says the official.
Yeah, Sampson with kind of looked like a frustration foul to me as Cuff winged it up over the backboard trying to get 2 shots, but it will be just a bonus 1-and-1 now for Dixie.
7th team foul, so you're right. It's a 1-and-1 shot. Out goes Samuelson. Back in comes Cole Warner. Here we see the pass down low, and he just flipped it up after he was fouled. Shot good by Cuff. That is Tanner's 3rd point here in the first half.
And Snow Canyon slowed him down the first time they played him, held him to only 3 points, which is well below his averages as he misses the second free throw.
Yeah, that's what he's got right now is 3 points. Snow Canyon hustles to the baseline, and the ball is going to be hit, and I believe Cuff on the foul. That'll be Tanner's first personal. It's only the third team foul, so it'll be out of bounds to Snow Canyon.
Yeah, they had Childs in no man's land in the corner. Good trap by Bottom and Cuff. Just, I guess, too much contact on the hand there by Tanner.
I think if you noticed, he went up, but then he kind of brought his hands forward.
Yeah.
That was
That'll
the foul.
do it every time.
I'm going to take a quick little break here as we go down the stretch. It's quick 30. We're going to keep it here. We're only a few seconds away from the halftime. Well, when it first started, Dixie jumped out to a big, or not a big, but a quick lead, and I thought, But I'll tell you what, Snow Canyon went Team Diato 3 deep and caught up and took the lead in a hurry. They've got 4 3-pointers here in the game. Flyers have 1.
And I think Snow Canyon's got to kind of ride that home wave of shooting hot. You know, you're going to need to have kind of a Herculean effort from 3-point range to knock off the undefeated Dixie Flyers. Just keep on shooting them. Snow's knocked down a couple long jumpers. Bryson Child and, of course, Braden Baker. I think they just got to keep going with the green light from deep.
They do. All right, it's out of bounds to the Warriors. And triggering the ball in will be Cole Warner right in front of the Dixie bench as they bring it in outside Baker. He has it. Hands to Staley. Staley bumped a couple of times, and the ball is kicked actually out of bounds. Sliding out of there after it was Carson Bodema.
Great hustle here by Bodema as they're doing the half-court trap, force it into a near turnover, and then Bodema slides pretty hard into the bleachers, but he pops right up.
Back in the game now is Akey Prince. Also back in is Westfall for the Flyers as they're going to rest a couple starters, the final 30 seconds. And they get it in. The ball, I thought, was kicked off the foot and timeout.
Man.
Oh, it is a timeout. As that was an interesting call by Coach Cuff. I think he says, we want to set up how we can run the last 26 seconds off.
Exactly. He goes into half court and then a full court press, gets 2 turnovers in a row, and now he's going to be able to drop a play here for the last shot.
It's a 4-point lead right now for the Snow Canyon Warriors. They lead at 21-17. They trailed at 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. So obviously they have outscored Dixie 17-6. Only 2 buckets and 11-6 and 2 free throws in this quarter. So the Flyers will trigger it in, and Snow Canyon setting up the pressure. Cuff to inbound the ball. They do get it in. Cox, high above everybody, knocks it down.
Great touch there by Cox. There were 20 seconds left. Did not wait for the last shot.
Warriors with the basketball. 11 seconds to go. Good pressure and another steal. And a hammer, well, sort of a soft put down by Cuff, and that'll do it.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in a row by Snow Canyon to end the quarter. Cuff gets that one and gets, I would say, a half dunk on that.
Yeah.
Tied up at 21 heading into the locker room.
So we are knotted at 21 all as we go to the half. We're going to take a 60-second break. Tell you what, let's make it a 90-second break, folks, if we can. We'll come back. We have some stats, try to get some other scores and pass them along to you. That was a huge run late in the second quarter by the Dixie Flyers. We're tied on the one-loss scoreboard, 21-21. We'll be back in 90.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday. Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
We got a good one going on in the jungle. It's all knotted up at 21-21 here at the half. Dixie started out early, had a little bit of a lead. Snow Canyon came roaring back on the strength of Team Diato 3. Took the lead, had a 5-point lead with, what was it, under a minute to go?
Yeah.
And couldn't hold it. And boy, the Flyers made him turn it over 3 times, scored 5 unanswered points.
And it was that Snow Canyon got a little sloppy, but Coach Cuff just really let the dogs out for the last minute of that half, and they forced 3 or so turnovers, got easy buckets in transition to close the gap and tie it up at 21 at halftime. That's where we're at right now.
You know, one thing you mentioned in that half early, and it's only 3 fouls total charged on Dixie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on Snow Canyon. So combined 10 fouls. It was a pretty quick, pretty clean first half, and obviously pretty even at 21 all.
Yeah, pretty clean first half. They're pacing a little bit higher than they were the first time they matched up at 21 right now. But I think for Snow Canyon, they can't start clinging to a lead or clinging to it being close. They got to keep firing. They got to keep being aggressive on offense because you got to knock out the Flyers. You can't just play with them because they're such good closers in the fourth. Keep the threes flying.
I would agree, and I think that intensity that we saw kind of at times has got to be there all game long for the Warriors. Let's take a look at the Wilkinson stat line here at the end of the first half. Leading scorer for Snow Canyon, Braden Baker. He's got 2 Team Diato 3s, another bucket. He has 8 points. In fact, he leads all scorers with 5 each, Bryson Childs and Spencer Snow. And then Joey Robertson has 3. 1 bucket, 1 for 2 from the line. And I don't know the whys, but it might have been a good trade-off. They started Spencer Snow instead of Robertson. He gave them 5 in the first quarter, but they really needed Joey in there. He came back in, only got 3 points, but he changes a lot.
He does. On defense, they needed that contest against Cox and against Bodema and even Wilgar, who had a lot of points going to the rim. Dixie got a lot of easy buckets, a lot of close-range shots, and Joey Robertson helps shut that down a little bit. But Snow did his role. He started, he was aggressive, knocked down a couple big shots to extend the lead early in the game for Snow Canyon.
Let's take a look at the scoring now for the Dixie Flyers. They had Derek Cox actually led the way. He had 3 buckets and 6 points. Carson Bodema had 5. He got them all in the first quarter. Tanner Cuff had 5. He got them all in the second quarter. 4 points for Peyton Wilgar on a couple of buckets, and Brody Henderson has 1 for 2 from the charity stripe for 1 point. So we're tied here 21-21 at the half.
And I think the game plan going into this, Dixie is such a team offense, team defense. They distribute the ball really well, but to keep Cuff to, I think, 5 points in the first half, that's a huge success. If you can keep him to around 10 points on the game, that's a big win. He just scored 27 on Wednesday, so he's an explosive scorer, and they've done a good job limiting him. The other guys are going to help out. Cox, Bodema, and Wilgar are going to get nickel and dime. They're going to score their points, but you got to limit their best player, and so far so good for the Warriors.
So do we happen to have any other scores from the other games around the region tonight?
Yeah, it looks like Desert Hills is up 38-35 at the half, so a little higher pace game up in Hurricane over on News Talk 94.9 and 890 KDXU, and I'm still trying to hunt down a Cedar Pineview score here, Mike.
All right, now that's on Pineview High, isn't it, tonight?
Yes, yeah.
I think, yeah. So, all right, Desert Hills, number 2, Cedar, Hurricane, number 3 in the conference. Hurricane, though, with a loss, would drop into a tie if everything else stayed the same tonight with the Canyon View Falcons. Because right now, Hurricane with just a half-game lead going into the final week.
And it looks like Pineview had the lead at the end of the first quarter, 15-12. But that's been several minutes ago, so we'll try to get you another update.
All right, here at the half, we have a 21-21 tie. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about the second half, some of the things maybe we would expect to see, or some of the things that we believe we would like to see for each of the teams to try and get the win here tonight. At the half, 21 all on the one-loss scoreboard. We're back in 1 minute.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
All right, we are at the half. Thank you very much. And just look up on our Riverside Business Insurance clock. Got a little over 2 minutes remaining here at the half. We certainly appreciate them. Workers' comp insurance has always been a hassle until now, that is. Riverside Business Insurance takes the hassle out of workers' comp insurance. Let them help you save money today. And again, we will be naming at the completion of this game our Dats Trucking Player of the Game, our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker of the Game, our Jimmy John Super Sub of the Game. And again, just thanks to all the great sponsors. All right, Andy, thoughts heading into the second half. What do you think they're talking about? Or, well, I guess they're both out of it. What did they talk about in the locker room there?
Well, I have no idea. But if I'm Coach Sorensen, and I'm trying to figure out a way to limit buckets inside 10 feet. I don't know if they try to go big to play Snow and Robertson and Child at the same time. They rarely do that, but Dixie's so strong down low and have so many different dynamic scores from the free throw line in. They might consider that because they've done a good job closing it out on the three-point shot so far. Now Bodema can get going, Cup can get going. They've got a lot of shooters as well, but right now what's killing them is the shots close to the basket.
You know, I was thinking about that, and I thought, okay, let's just assume that the Warriors came back and put Robertson and Snow in there together. So who do you take out? Well, you're going to take somebody who's pretty good on defense. It's going to close out on those three-pointers.
Absolutely. So it's kind of pick your poison. If you do that, they're likely to get more open looks on the three. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if any team has figured out the answer to how to defend this Dixie Flyer team. But so far, we got a 21-21 21 game, and there's some hope in the air here at the Jungle.
Yeah. What was the score last time these two teams
It was
met?
37-32. So
that's what I was thinking. So we might be right in it on this one here. Another pretty good defensive battle between these two teams. And I think the reason they're that way is, at least when they match up against each other, they match up pretty well, and they're coming at each other tonight.
Yeah, they're getting on the floor. We've seen the Warriors, especially Bryson Childs, who's Mr. Double-Double in the region. He's been very aggressive. Cole Warner doing a great job getting his hands into passing lanes, knocking the ball away, and competing with this really physical Dixie Flyer team.
By the way, just looking at the starting lineup, and the Warriors have gone back to Spencer Snow to start the second half with Robertson on the bench. Flyers have the ball. We're underway. Brody Henderson in the corner to Cup. They try to bottle him up. He drives baseline, scoops it back. The shot by Cox, though, won't go down.
Really good look, but excellent contest there by Braden Baker, making Cox have to loft it up a little bit higher than he wanted to and missed it.
See, Braden's got some pretty good hops.
Yeah.
He can do a decent job. It's not all that tall. Wide open look, right side. 3 ball off the mark, no good. Baker with the rebound underneath, forced the shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors.
Strong rebound there by Baker, just couldn't finish on the layup.
So it'll be out of bounds on the near side as Wilgar inbounds it to Henderson. Henderson into the forecourt. Looking for help, trying to find somebody to get it to. Ball knocked away and stolen. And the Warriors pretty aggressive on the D. Right down the middle of the lane, floated shot, won't go down. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Staley. That's number 3 on Austin Staley.
Yeah, I think the right call we'll see here on the replay. Bottom just waiting for him. Good position, and gets the call there. And then a little tie-up underneath the rim, but nothing resulted from that.
Yeah, the officials started to jump in and realized he's just getting out of there. So ball belongs to the Flyers. We played a minute, no score here of the third quarter. Cuff will inbound it to Henderson. Brody walks it up the court. Picking him up at the half court now is Cole Warner, who checked into the game. Cole on the defense. Comes out after Henderson. Henderson drives to the corner. Cuff fall away 15. Got it.
Beautiful patient motion offense there by Dixie. Cuff went up. They went back down. Got a pick and an open jump shot. Great job.
So the Warriors back in the lead as Childs bounces it. Nearly stolen, but picked back up inside. Back Childs. Turn. Lean in. And the shot is going to be stolen away by Wilgar. And Snow Canyon is hot. They thought they got mugged on that last drive, but apparently not, according to the official. So Flyers with the ball in a 2-point lead. We have 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spin move by Cuff, and no basket, offensive foul.
And 2 charges called on either side of the court. And this time it'll go against Cuff, and we'll see it on the replay as Warner comes in. I guess they were waiting for him. I'd agree with that call.
I would too. Little follow-away 16-footer is no good. Stolen away underneath, and a hard foul by Cox.
What a play there by Brooks Sampson, who just rips the ball away, goes up, and Cox said, I got all ball on that, but they're going to give it the foul. Violent swat there. They're going to call it on Cox. 2 shots for Sampson coming up here. We'll see. Great steal, and it looks to me from at least this angle he came down on his head a little bit, maybe his shoulder.
Yeah. Free throw, no, won't go down. Excuse me, by Brooks Sampson. That's his first free throw attempt, which is no good. Second one coming up right now on the way, and that's good. So the Warriors from the line in the game are 2 for 4, and it's a 1-point game. 23-22. Henderson outside. Warner out on the defense. Give it up to Cuff in the corner. Down low on the base, kicked it out. Starting in, back to Henderson. Henderson underneath Bottoма. Bottoma turns laid it in.
Tough matchup there for Sampson, giving up a little bit of size to Bottoma. Great hook move and drop step to finish on the baseline.
He is such a strong player, isn't he? Sampson double team, looking for help, and a reach and a foul. And the foul's going to be charged to Cuff, I believe. Did they call a foul
I don't know,
or a timeout?
I don't know if they called a foul or a tie-up or a timeout. Yeah, they called a timeout.
Wow. All right.
They didn't signal it right away.
I know. They were pointing at somebody. I thought it was a foul, but it is a timeout, and it had to have been a timeout by Snow Canyon because they had the ball. So wanted to avoid losing the ball. So we set it up again, 25-22 Flyers with a 3-point lead, but the Warriors have the ball right now. Coach Sorensen over there, pretty animated. He's trying to rally his troops. They're in it. They're close, but we got a lot of basketball.
And the tough thing for Snow right now on defense is they're getting it into the post to Bottoma, and then when he collapses, he's kicking it out to Cox at the high post, and he's so good shooting that 10-foot jumper that's just an impossible situation to defend. But so far, they're at least containing it.
And you almost have to play him straight up one-on-one.
Yeah, you really do.
Try to double down, and there's another wide open player. To the hole, a lean-in, lay-in, good Childs.
Good job by Childs, one of the best athletes on the Snow Canyon team. I think he needs to go to the basket more. Really quick first step, great finish.
Well, if he does that more, I would agree. That looked very nice. Prince with the ball. Ball is tipped, taken away by Snow Canyon. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on the Flyers. Foul's going to be charged to Barvin. His second team foul, or third team foul.
Nice job by Baker to get the steal. Tries to keep his dribble, and Barvin just with a little reach there. They get him with a foul.
So it's a 1-point ball game. Ball comes in to Baker. Braden backs it out, looks for help, hands to Childs. Childs clears way outside. Working on Wilgar. Inside, back out, Baker. Baker, nowhere to go. Hands to over top underneath. We got a reach in over the top. That's number 2 on Derek Cox. All the things that the Warriors were making mistakes on in the first half. Flyers making a few.
Yeah, that's right. Very difficult to get it inside to Robertson as he's going to extend out and shoot a 3 this time.
Robertson can't hit the deep ball. Rebound taken down by Barvin. Into Wilgar. Wilgar to the midway corner right side. Back out Cox around the near wing. Again to Barvin. Barvin, they wanted to go underneath, couldn't get it to him. And there's a heck of a battle going on right now between, let's see, number 20, I guess that was.
Sampson and Bottoma. That's a tough ask for him to be matched up one-on-one against Bottoma on the block. He's doing the best he can, but that time just got called a foul.
Yep, so Sampson, his second foul, second team here in the quarter. 4:07 to go, 1-point ball game, 25-24. Bottoma, wide open 3, no good. Up high for the rebound. He has got hops. That's Childs. Into the forecourt. Holds on, now looks for help. Gets it to Warner. Warner to Childs. Looks in, nobody there. Wings it around, left wing. Jumper, good! Team Dietto 3 by Baker.
Huge shot by Baker. Been fairly quiet in the third quarter. He hits a big one right there. 2-point lead for the Warriors.
27-25 Snow Canyon. They get it to the corner. Ball tipped up and out of bounds. In the game right now is Carter Abbott. First time I've seen him in a while for Dixie Flyers.
Good job on defense by the Flyers, making it hard. They got Cuff in a trap here, but throws it off a Warrior's leg.
He is such a smart player.
Yeah.
I mean, he can see what needs to be done, and he'll come up with a play somehow. All right, 27-25 Warriors, 3:27 to go. Ball comes in. It's going to be off of Dixie. It is. The ball was slapped down, and it went off of Bottoma's knee and out of bounds.
Great play by Robertson. Knocks the ball into the knee of Bottoma, as you say, Mike. And Snow Canyon playing strong on defense, not letting up, making everything difficult for the Flyers.
Brooks Sampson with the ball to Childs over top, and we've got a foul. And that's going to be charged, I believe, to Carter Abbott.
Second time they get it down to Robertson, and a foul is called.
Non-shooting foul. Ball comes in. High off the glass. Somehow Robertson gets it down.
Pretty impressive adjustment there by Robertson. He took the contact and somehow was able to still get the ball up and in high off the glass.
Yeah, 4-point lead now for Snow Canyon. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Whip it to Bottoма. Bottoma give it back. Wide open look. Abbott with a bucket.
Good for Abbott. They're sagging off him big time. Not known for being a huge scorer on the Flyers, but he didn't delay, knocked it down, big shot.
Yeah, wide open 15-footer, he buried that one. So it's a 2-point game, 29-27. Warriors with the lead and the ball. They bring it back out to Warner. Want to go to the base, they get it in, give it back. Warner to the hole, lays it in.
Great slash to the rim from the top of the key by Warner. Beautiful pass by Snow Canyon for an easy layup.
You know what's making it happen right now is movement without the ball. Warriors doing a good job keeping things going. On the angle. Near side, give it up. Cuff shot, short on the rim. Run down by Warner for Snow Canyon. Under 2 to go. Hesitation thrown away. Bad pass. Cuff cross the lane and a foul charged. Foul's going to be on Sampson. I think Sampson got in the air and he thought, all right, it's going to be a foul on me, and he kind of hammered the offensive player.
I may as well make sure he doesn't make the shot here.
So to the line now goes Jacob Barbin. Here we see the replay. Nice pass.
Great feed.
And whoop, there we go.
Great feed there by Cuff, and Child trying to force a pass on the other end as Barbin misses his first.
First attempt from the line by Barbin. Missed that one. 1:48 to go. Back in the game, by the way, comes Brody Henderson. And Bottoma gets a breather. Second free throw, that's good by Barbin. That's his first point of the night on a Fabulous Freddy free throw. 31-28 Warriors. They go down low to Robertson. Robertson turns, spins back, leans the shot in. Short, no good. Gets his own rebound. Try to go back up, can't do it. Kicks it in the corner. Baker shot, no good. Robertson with a free rebound up and in.
Wow, what an effort by Robertson. Had a couple offensive rebounds, just forced his will on the Flyers down low. Huge bucket, extends the lead to 5.
33-28, second time in the game that the Warriors have been up. Ball stolen away. They're going to give it to Baker, and he puts it down.
Goes for the dunk, rattles it home. Great play by Brooks Sampson, sneaking around, getting the steal, and an easy transition bucket.
And the hometown crowd, and now we have got a technical.
Oh, my. They're calling the T, I think, against Baker, who was getting very animated, clapping his hands. But in the middle of the possession, the technical foul is called. Holy cow.
I understand. I'd like to see it again. Was he taunting? Was he in the face of somebody? If he's only excited, it makes you wonder what's going on.
Tough call in that situation.
Cuff missed the free throw, however.
We'll see Baker here on the replay get the lay in. And then back on defense, he was just clapping his hands, getting ready to guard. And
yeah, right there. I'll tell you what.
And then he's clapping right there, maybe taunting a little bit. I see that on the replay. That may have done it.
He was fine for a while, but as the player got close to him, he kept up the clap. So anyway, shot's no good. That ball belongs to Dixie. They do get it in, hand it back to Cuff, and
they're saying he stepped out of bounds.
Wow. 50 seconds left to go in the quarter. It is 35-29. Warriors up 6 with that much time left. Nearly stolen away, but saved. Get it in the corner to Childs. Back out Samuelson. Over top, down low. Turn, shot, up and in!
Another great adjustment. Joey Robertson with the hook shot this time somehow gets it in. Good defense by Wilgar.
37-29 with 22 seconds to go. Out high Wilgar. Back to Bodema. They're going to hold for a final shot. 13 seconds. Now they'll start to go. And jumping out and getting the foul is Bryson Childs. That's not a bad foul. They don't shoot yet. It's number 5 on the team. First on Childs. It'll be out of bounds. They'll start now with 10 seconds to go. Dixie comes out. Bottom a catch and shoot. No good. Battle for the ball. Dixie or Flyers get it down. Childs drive, hang. And Snow Canyon says, where's the foul? No, said the official, and time runs out at the end of the quarter. It is 37-29 on the one-loss scoreboard. Warriors lead. Back in a minute.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing. After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak, and I appreciated it very much, the attention that was given. My name is Julius Gaines, creative writer, poet, photographer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I welcome back to a very obvious, very noisy jungle as Warrior fans kind of liking what they're seeing right now, and that's the home team here, up by 8, headed to the fourth quarter. They go inside to Robertson. Robertson spins, fall away, no good. Ball is tipped, but taken away by the Flyers to Cuff. Cuff into the forecourt where he holds it up, looks to the corner, can't find anybody. They leave him alone, and you don't do that. Cuff buries a triple.
Big shot by Cuff. Coach Cuff wanted him to press right after that made three, but nobody saw him signaling, so they'll just go back to the half-court D.
He'll take the three by the sun, though.
Yeah, he's happy with that.
37-32. Warriors with the basketball and the lead. Braden Baker out high. Keeps the ball alive, works to the right wing. Now he gets a little help, dumps it back. Childs fall away 12, too hard, no good. Ball knocked around, and the Flyers now starting to take control underneath the bucket.
And a really out-of-rhythm possession on offense, and a forced shot by Bryson Childs. Not a good look on offense for the Warriors.
And a foul, I believe, whistled on Robertson. That'll be the third foul on Joey Robertson. It'll be out of bounds as that's the 16th foul. So next time it'll be a shooting foul. So we watch the replay there, kind of an over-the-back foul. And the ball this time poked and taken away. Drive, hang, no foul call. Now we do get the foul. The trading official blew the whistle.
Yeah, it may have been Bodema on Childs off of the Warner miss, and then Bodema and Childs both go up for the ball, and they're going to call it on him, but underneath, not on the shot.
Yep, so Bodema gets the foul. That is his first 16 foul. Both teams now with 6 fouls. Warriors get the ball in. Straight away to Carson. He'll drive, underneath, ball slapped at and taken away. And again, Snow Canyon, kind of like they did at the end of the first half, making some mistakes on their passes. They go to the high post. Cox hands it to Wilgar, back out, and now backing it up is Henderson. They reset to Bodema, to Cox. Cox backing his man down.
Good defense by Robertson.
Yes, great defense. Lean in by Bodema, good. Count it, and one.
Yeah, there was a late and one whistle here on Bodema with the floater.
And a technical foul on the Flyers.
Man, there are just whistles being blown all over the place.
The technical, I think, is on Cox. I believe.
A lot of confusion right now in the jungle as we see the replay. Great finish, drawing the contact.
Let's see where the technical might have been.
And then it was blown late. And I don't know who was blown on.
I still think, didn't quite see it on the replay, but I know right afterwards as they were walking out, a pretty emphatic yeah by Cox. Now, I wouldn't say that's really a technical foul.
Either, but tonight, that type of exuberance has been punished sometimes.
All right, we have 6:01 to go. It's a 5-point lead. And trying to figure out what's going on. Now the officials will share with the bench, and both coaches want to know what's happening here. You know, the elite official down there, that's Mike Petty. Mike Petty was at the state for a long time. He retired and he moved from Salt Lake down here. Couldn't help himself. He got right back in officiating. I think he's a very good official. But right now, one of those two coaches aren't buying what he's trying to sell them.
Kind of a prolonged powwow here at half court.
Yep. Now each coach has singled out one official, trying to figure it out. So they're going to work that out. .601 to go on the clock. The score still shows 37-32. And I thought it was a foul and one, and I believe after that there was a technical called. Okay, now they put the bucket up there. So Bodema got the foul, or the bucket. It's a 3-point game. So did they just announce they'll shoot the 1-and-1 and then shoot, or not shoot the 1-and-1?
Well, it looks like they're going to be down on Snow Canyon side. Maybe shoot the technical first and then shoot the live free throw that will have a rebound potentially.
Yep. All right. It is.
I guess, but then I don't know what the heck's going on.
2 shots coming for Snow Canyon as they're trying to figure this out. Now the bench is saying, come here, let's talk this over. Well, it kind of brought things to a screen. Any updates while we have a moment here, I guess?
Yeah, it's a shootout at Hurricane. Last I saw, Desert Hills was leading by a few points up in the 50s.
Wow.
So I'll try to get an exact.
Well, we better hope they hit 55 so we can get our free dessert. I don't think we're going to get it here.
I don't think so either. Let's see.
Okay, now Baker will shoot the technical fouls for Snow Canyon. And he's short on his first one.
Desert Hills leading 61-53. I'm not sure where in the game they are. I think in the third quarter still.
Now, I'm not sure what just happened there. Baker shot a free throw. Joey Robertson now is shooting a free throw. And Robertson's going to shoot 2. And he missed everything.
Wow. Now,
So I'm confused.
The bottom and one call must not have been an and one, apparently, Mike. I don't know what just happened. But.
And a bad pass across the end line there, trying to hit Robertson, goes out of bounds. And so now the Flyers have it with 5:55 to go. They're down 3.
Huge missed opportunity in a weird situation there by Snow Canyon. Missed free throws and a turnover.
Yep. Cox wings it left side Henderson. Down low to Wilgar. Wilgar backing in, kicks out. Henderson, 3-ball, down and out. And we're going to have a foul against Wilgar. Wilgar wants a tie-up. The official says, no way, buddy.
Great job by Bryson Childs to go up and high point the rebound like he normally does. And then Wilgar reaches in, and tough to argue with the ref. He's going to call it a foul, but I don't mind him reaching in there trying to get a tie-up.
Yeah, I think it's a good attempt. But Snow Canyon has got to start knocking these down, and it was ugly, but it counts.
Didn't want to go in, but finally it said, okay, fine.
Lead up to 4, trying to make it 5 is Childs. Childs now with 11 in the ball game. Got them both. Excuse me, now he has 9 in the ball game. And Flyers have the ball, 5.5 minutes remaining. Henderson to Cuff. Cuff drives, stop, kicks it back out. They get it off to Henderson. He goes around his man, looks for help, cross-court pass. Cuff, and 1. Wow.
Huge shot by Cuff. Shoots it, falls down. They're going to give him the and one from three-point range. We'll have to see it on the replay. I think he sold it pretty well. But what a shot right there in front of him.
No doubt it was a great shot. Here we come again.
Yeah, it's tough to call. Baker gets him on the right leg, whether Cuff was kicking his leg out to draw the contact. Either way, really smart play by Cuff to draw the foul.
Amen, and he hits that. That was such a bizarre-looking attempt. But, they count the same as a beautiful nothing-but-net shot. And he gets the free throw. And Cuff has brought him back to within 1.
Just like that, 1-point game, amazing.
Warriors 39, Flyers 38. Across the top of the key, bounce it on the angle, left side, Samuelson. Up top, Robertson. Robertson gets it off to Baker, back to Robertson. Looks low, nobody there. Hands Samuelson, 4:50 to go in the ball game. Snow Canyon draws it way outside, and they reset the offense. And they're just going to run some clock now. They're going to force the Flyers to come out on them. They look it inside, nobody there. They drive, hang, shot, no good. Rebound hauled down by the Flyers.
Yeah, tough possession there for the Warriors. They go with a delay, conservative, making Dixie come out and guard him, and then just a forced shot there by Robertson up against pretty good defense.
Yeah, then Robertson picked up his 4th foul as his shot momentum carried him over, and he got a foul. And to the free throw line with a true 1-and-1 now is Brody Henderson with a chance to give the Flyers back the lead. Three out of 5 in the second half. That is no good. Henderson missed an opportunity. And the the Warriors hang on to a 1-point lead as we near the 4-minute mark in this ball game. Robertson to Samuelson, back out Brady. Brady will penetrate, hesitate, hang, scoop, no, tipped up, no. We're going to have an over-the-back foul. Charge to Bryson Childs.
And pretty good attempt there at the rim. Dixie is just locking down on defense. They're playing full court press. And then in the half court, we'll see here Baker with a strong move. A little contact there by Cox, but then Childs is going to get called with you over the back.
So with 4:03 to go, back to the line now, it's Peyton Wilgar. He has not shot a free throw. And substitution as back into the game comes Austin Staley. Getting ready to check in, Spencer Snow, and got the free throw. We are tied. So Snow comes in, Robertson out. Robertson does have 4 fouls. Well, it'll work if Snow still has his 3-ball going. Second one, good. Flyers with the lead.
And another confusion there by the refs. They were trying to get a sub in after that second made free throw, but there was just miscommunication. It got so loud you couldn't hear the whistle or the buzzer.
Yeah, so they just stopped play, got the player in. Here we go. 4:02 to go in the game. It is now Flyers 40, Warriors 39. Ball comes into Staley in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline, goes to the top of the key to Snow. Back out again, now Samuelson. Baker around the horn, they work the ball. Penetration, pull up 15 down the barrel, no good. Rebound, Baker, no. Baker, yes. Ball comes loose, and a foul, I think, will send Baker to the free throw line.
Now, that was one of the most amazing rebounds I've ever seen. I don't know how he grabbed that ball. He just snagged it, then had 2 awkward attempts at the rim. And then I think the third one is when he gets fouled here. And that initial rebound, that was incredible.
Jacob Farben with the foul, but I'll tell you what, Warriors got to hit your free throws. Baker, good.
And he's got to kind of be the guy here, Mike, down the stretch. They kind of have been deer in headlights this whole quarter. He's got to take over this last 3.5 minutes if they want to win this game tied at 40.
Yeah, that's his first point of the quarter. He's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, and we're knotted at 40. Chance again in the seesaw battle for Snow Canyon. Big high bounce won't go down, but the long rebound belongs to the Warriors. Wide open Baker from the corner, no good, and the Flyers with the rebound. Bodema has it. We're tied at 40 to Cuff. Cuff to Wilgar. Bodema across the top of the lane. Now he backs it out. And you can see Flyers are very all right with spreading the floor. And at the moment, Snow Canyon says, okay, we're tied. Slipping, nearly going down, Wilgar, but somehow he maintains that dribble.
Yeah, they're content to go 4 corners here. Maybe they'll move into something right now, but they've got all the momentum right now, Mike.
Yep, they do. Around a high screen is Wilgar. They can't use it. Trying to get a screen high off of Cuff, but a good job by the defense. Won't let him do it. Now pass in the corner. Shot good by Bennett.
Huge drive there by Bennett. Kind of lulled Snow Canyon's defense to sleep, and then he just attacked. Big layup and finish.
That reminds you of Big Brother, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of did, yeah.
Bennett, by the way, that is his first bucket of the game. Drive to the hole, blocked away, no good.
Huge swap by Cox, save it from being a tie game again. Excellent aggressiveness by Baker. Cox just too big.
Cuff to Bennett. Bennett, they double him up, back to Cox. They have him on the baseline, and a timeout taken by Cuff of the Flyers. 2 minutes exactly to go, 2-minute ball game, and we have a full break. It is. It's a full break. We'll take it on the one-loss scoreboard. 42-40 Flyers back in 1.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30,
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on
you. Are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore.
or attempt to, anyway.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom.
Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
All right, we are back with exactly 2 minutes remaining on the clock. It's a 2-point lead. Ball comes into Bodema, and he immediately takes it up high. Flyers will probably want to run some time. He holds on and hands it now to Bennett. Bennett out near the half-court line. They go into that motion offense. They're going to run clock. Bodema, though, down the lane. Now he dumps it out to Cuff. Long cross-court pass. Down to 1:35 to go in the ball game. Over top it goes. Drive, hang, shot, no. Battle for the rebound, and a foul on Snow Canyon.
And Snow Canyon got what they wanted. A shot attempt that was missed, but it was just right back to Bodema, who got the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. And will go to the line, I believe, shooting 2 with a double bonus.
Foul's going to be charged on Austin Staley. That's his 4th foul.
And it looks like Robertson may have got hit on the nose, as he's going to have to sub out with a bloody nose here for at least a possession.
So 2 free throws coming up for Carson Bodema. Good chance to give his team a very important 4-point lead. And he gets one. Carson Bodema now 10 points, 5 in each half. Got 5 in the first quarter, 2 and 3 in the third and fourth quarters. Did not get the second one, 3-point game. So the Warriors can tie it with a deep ball. And let's see what they elect to do. Bounce it on the angle, and a timeout is going to be taken by Snow Canyon as the coach wants to talk things over. So it's a full break. Let's take a 30-second break. We don't want to miss any of the action. 30-second break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Hi, welcome back once again to the Jungle at 43-40. I know this is a tried old phrase, but I'm really kind of sad anybody has to lose this one.
It's been a great battle. Snow Canyon has proved that they can compete with the best in Region 9, especially here at home. Down 3. Braid Baker is the guy everybody's got their eyes on right now for Snow Canyon.
So the Warriors have it with 1:10 remaining in the game as they bring the ball into Samuelson. Or Sampson. Sampson drives to the right wing, bounce it down low underneath, and it goes off the foot. Oh, tough luck there for Bryson Childs. He was trying to gather the ball, go up for a shot, and it went right off his foot. All the way down to Wilgar, back to Bennett. And they try to double the man, pass to the baseline. They're just going to run clock, and there's a foul. Going to be charged to Braden Baker, and that'll put Jace Bennett at the line, who tonight has not shot a foul.
Probably the guy you want as opposed to Cuff, who had it right before that. Bennett, I think, is a pretty good shooter, but his first free throws of the night. And tough luck for Snow Canyon on the other end. Wanted to get that quick, too, just off Bryson Child's head.
Free throw is no good. Jace Bennett misses, so Dixie's kind of leaving a little crack in the door here.
Yeah, Bodema missed one. Now Bennett missed his first. Still a one-possession game for Snow Canyon.
Must have been some precipitation or sweat on the floor. I think I kind of get the feeling that maybe even Child said, you know, I slipped. Maybe there's moisture. So the official says, well, let's go find it. Don't know if they did or not. But,
Plus, let me give Jace Bennett a little extra time to think about this second free
that
throw.
might be it, too. And he hits that one. It's a 4-point lead with 50 seconds left in the game. And a timeout taken by the Snow Canyon Warriors as they want to talk this one over. You have a feeling this last minute's going to take about 7 to get off the clock?
So far, yeah, the first 15 seconds of this last minute has been about 10 minutes, so we're on pace.
Well, obviously, a relatively low-scoring game, although it's more than the last one.
Yeah.
44 to 40. 14 points tonight for Braden Baker, and that's actually right on his numbers.
Yeah.
9 points for Bryson Childs. That's right on his numbers. Joey Robertson, 2, 4, 6, 9. He's a little under his. He hasn't, I don't know, I think he's been a little sick or something. Or
Yeah, he's been a little bit off. I think the difficulty for him is just entry passes, getting him the ball in attempts.
Yeah.
Dixie's so tough at denying the ball. But right now, down 4, you don't need a 3, but you got to almost assume the Flyers are such a good free throw shooting team. You're going to need a 3 at some point in this game to give you a chance, but they got a chance right now to get a quick 2 with 46 seconds left in this game.
You're right. There is enough time. They can go for a 2 here. Leading the way is Keff. 6, 8, 10, 15 points tonight, right on his average. So we can say this is a very average night. Everybody's hitting their averages. Unfortunately for the Warriors, that leaves them on the wrong end of things. Over top to Childs. Childs to get it back to Baker. Baker starts to drive, pull back, 3 ball, too hard, and the Flyers with a rebound. And a reach and a foul on Brooks Sampson. You get the feeling that was maybe a make-or-break shot right there.
Yeah, and I like that he pulled the trigger on it. He did a good job dribbling to create space. Got it. The ball actually bounced right back to where he was, but he attacked the rim on the shot, and it went over his head.
How many times do we sit there and say, you got to follow your shot?
Yeah.
If he hadn't of, he'd have got
right.
the rebound
Yeah,
this
what are we
time.
coaching these kids?
All right, 2 free throws coming up for Bodema, and he misses. Bodema only 1 out of 3, but it's a 4-point lead. However, even with 1 more, it's still a 2-possession game. But time is running out on the Warriors. So Bodema will step back up with another free throw coming, and he buries that one. 5-point lead, 45-40. Sampson waits till it rolls to half court, picks it up, hands it off to Staley. Staley around to Sampson. Sampson back to Staley. Staley penetrates to the base. Underneath alone, Childs lays it up and in. Beautiful play.
And a quick timeout by Sorensen. 3-point game, 14 seconds left. Going to put on a full court press.
All right, now we're going to keep it here. It is a 3-point game. Do we have any other finals, Andy? I don't know. The others were pacing about the same as last year.
Yeah, Desert Hills was up by several. We'll see if we can get a final for you on that one.
So as we wait for a final once again, a good game here tonight.
Yeah.
Both teams have played well. They've worked hard. Snow Canyon, I know it's always, you look back, but I think Snow Canyon really did get hurt in the last minute of the first half.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, I think Coach Sorensen's got to be proud. You hung with them, and you still got a chance. You're down 3. You're on the defensive side of the ball. Finals in the other games, Pineview wins over Cedar 58-50, and Desert Hills leading Hurricane 73-64 with 1:30 left in the game up at the Tigers' Den.
All right, we'll talk about what that means here in a couple of moments, but right now, There are only 14 seconds left, and the Flyers have the lead in the ball. They're going to have to foul, and they do, and Bodema will go to the line. It's a 3-point lead at 45-42, and it's 2 free throws, so 1 of 2 will make it. Was that the 5th foul, they say? So out of here is Brooks Sampson.
Looks like they'll sub in Cole Warner.
Sampson got 1 point tonight. Can you believe it?
Really made his hay tonight trying to play defense on some of the bigger guys, and I think he did a pretty good job, but he did have to use up a lot of his fouls down low.
Yep. And it wears you out. You're bumping bigger, quicker bodies all the time. Bodema to the line. Free throw good. He hit 1. He missed 2. Now he's hit 2. It is a 4-point game, and that may have just taken the starch out of the Warriors, as there's only 12.8 seconds remaining. A quick shot. There's still hope. He hit them both. Here come the Warriors. Quickly in the corner. Baker, 3-ball. In and out, no good. And players go to the floor. And now we've got a technical foul. I don't like this at all, and I'll be very honest with you. It's the end of the game. It's people jumping up and down, slamming bodies.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
And somebody may have said something, but I don't know. I think it's time when you swallow the whistle.
Especially with the tech. I mean,
right.
It was a bad foul. We see it there by Bryson Childs, and then there's a little bit of a tangle up. The game's over pretty much. And I think I agree. I think they've been a little quick on the text. That's, I think, the 3rd one called tonight.
Yeah. One more coming for Bottom. That's 47-42. And 48-42. Or he got 1, excuse me. I was ahead of it. Let's see if he gets them both. It is 48-42. Now it's 42.
Wilgar chosen to shoot the technical shots. Knocks them both down. 50-42 now.
See, it changes everything to me.
Yeah.
You had a really close, hard-fought game. Yeah, tempers got a little pushy at the end there, but that's when I think as an official, you swallow your you warn them, or you don't let them fight.
Yeah.
You don't let them do anything like that. You just say, guys, pull them apart and go. But they shoot 2 free throws, then they shoot a 2-shot technical foul. They get 4 points, and they get the ball.
Agree.
So. And a foul in the backcourt. See, and now, to me, you set up a real dangerous situation. That was a hard, aggressive foul. That may have hurt the guy that did the fouling.
Yeah, he's Bryce Childs.
He took a shot to the chest there.
Holden, yeah, he looks a little
woozy. Going to the free throw line will be Sam Westfall. Now, see, when we look, and when people open or listen to the radio later on or whatever, they're going to go, a 10-point win? Well, Dixie won. We figured they would. Don't realize it was really a 2-3-point game.
Absolutely. And at the end of the 3rd, heading in, we see the replay of the foul. Bryson Childs on Sam Westfall there. But end of the 3rd quarter, it was 37-29 for Snow Canyon. They'll maybe only score 5 points in the 4th quarter. And Dixie gets a bunch of free throws.
Olivia's shot at the end of the game, no good, and that's it. It will be a 10-point win for the Dixie Flyers as they hold on. They remain unbeaten. Now it really, we'll talk about it in a minute, but it really puts the Warriors in a really tough situation with just a small chance of postseason.
Yeah, this was, their big chance, and they brought it all. The crowd was awesome. I thought the game plan was really good. They were making shots, but down the stretch, they just kind of went deer in the headlights just a little bit, and Dixie stepped on the gas. 10-point win. Amazing. Big win for the Flyers.
All right, we'll take a 90-second break. We'll come back post-game show. We'll have some top plays of the game. We'll take a look at the scoring in the game, and we'll see what it looks like now in the region and who ranks where now as we head in next week, last week of the regular season. The final here tonight, the Flyers 52, Snow Canyon 42 back in 90.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
With us here as we wind it up here tonight, jumping into the post-game show, and with the action here tonight, of course, Dixie 10-0 now in the region. Desert Hills keeping pace with their win, 9-2. Hurricane drops to 5-5, and they're into a virtual tie now with Canyon View for third place. Snow Canyon drops to 4-7. Pineview 3-8, Cedar at 1-9. But again, Pineview, Cedar out of the picture. Snow Canyon probably out of the picture.
Yeah, and you hate to say it, it's a very talented team. They brought it all tonight. It's amazing that a team who can play close to the cream of the crop of Region 9 is likely out of the playoffs. Unfortunate for the Warriors, but they got to be proud of their effort here tonight, Mike.
They do, absolutely. All right, well, let's see, guys, if we have the highlights from the second half of action. Let's run those here in the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show as we watch it here. Flyers, as they finally got some Team Diato threes going. Warriors seem to have it in the first. Beautiful block there, as again, great defense. Another long, deep Team Diato three. Both teams, you can see, were hitting that. But I think that right there, Andy, was what really was the problem.
Yeah, that inside shot there by Cox. And then Spencer Snow really had it going early on, made two big jump shots. He got the start tonight. Wilgar inside, Cox inside, Cuff. All these Flyers getting to the rim. And then Joey Robertson came in later on and wheeled and dealed inside as well.
Yeah, see, and I think Dixie has the strength and the width, the length to really do damage inside.
Big step back three there by Bryson Childs. And then we'll see another block on a jump shot by Cox. He's so lengthy, hard to shoot over. Bryson Childs made some big plays offensively, had a bunch of rebounds tonight as well. And Braden Baker had 2 attempts at a dunk tonight, probably got a half and a half there.
Yeah.
But Dixie just too strong here down the stretch. Big shots by Tanner Cuff when it mattered most.
And Tanner Cuff hit a couple of big deep threes, which, made a huge difference in the game, and they just kept firing. They were hitting really from in, from out. Again, Snow Canyon keeping it close. They kept it around, but I think and it was late end of the first half, and frankly in the fourth quarter, they kind of went absolutely flat. And on that last one we just saw, I think that was an attempt to say, look, he knocked me down. The officials didn't buy it, and here's that great shot by Cuff.
Amazing. Really good job finishing, getting his foot out there, getting the foul called, and he just finished. And Snow Canyon couldn't get anything going on on offense in the fourth quarter to close out the game. And you can't just kind of run with Dixie. Got to run past them and throw the knockout punch. They just didn't have it tonight in the fourth quarter.
So it looks like the Flyers with this one will set themselves up for a probable conference championship. If they get one of the next two, they've got it wrapped up, and they should. Desert Hills at 9-2, probably wrapped up second place tonight, at least second place. And then Hurricane and Canyon View even up. They're going to have to battle it out next week for that third and fourth place. Quick look at our scoring tonight in our Wilkinson stat line. 15 points apiece for Carson Bottoма, Tanner Cuff, and no one else in double figures, but Payson Wilgar hit 8 points, 6 points for Cox. That all came in the first half. But what doesn't come up in my book, all of the block shots, the rebounds, and everything else he did.
He's tough. Affects almost every shot down in the paint. Really good touch around the rim as well.
Brody Henderson, 1 out of 3 at the line for 1 point, 3 points. Jace Bennett, although he may have had maybe one of the shots of the night on that driving layup late in the game. And then Westfall with 2 free throws. Jacob Barbin with 1 for the 52 points. 14 points unofficially for Braden Baker, 11 for Bryson Childs, 9 Robertson, 5 Snow, as 1 point for Brooks Sampson, and 2 points Cole Warner. Austin Stady got nothing tonight, and he's a good floor general. He does some things well. Boy, they could use 5, 6, 7, 8 points from him.
Yeah, it was close, but everybody was pretty much on their averages, as you were saying, Mike, with Baker, with Bryson Childs, and Joey Robertson. They just needed kind of that maybe fourth guy to score in double digits, and they played close, but in the end, they just didn't have enough.
So Dixie pulls away and gets the win. Let's take a look right now and hand out the honors. Well, we actually came closer to the free dessert than I thought we were going to, but nonetheless, we didn't get it. So what do you think as far as our Dats Trucking player of the game tonight?
Well,
Andy?
It's funny because, Tanner Cuff and Carson Bottom both with 15. For me, the reason why I'm leaning Cuff, Mike, is because of the 2 huge threes he made down the stretch that totally swayed this game. The Warriors had a lead, and then within one possession, that 4-point play closed it to 1 point. He stepped up. Not the best game he's played all year, but when it was winning time, he was the man for the Flyers.
I would agree. Kind of packed him on his back and made it happen.
Absolutely.
So we'll go with Tanner Cuff as the Dats Trucking player of the game tonight. Let's look at an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. I don't know, and I'm just trying to think back over, but I tell you, I really kind of like that bucket by Jace Bennett.
Yes. Yeah, going on the left side, they were kind of going 4 corners. It may have been within a possession or even tied at that point, and he just drove right to the basket unexpectedly and finished strong at the rim to give them the lead.
Yeah, the Warriors, I think, were counting on looking for Wilgar, Bottom, or Cuff. Surprise, surprise. So let's go with the lay-in, the baseline lay-in by Jace Bennett as our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker of the game. All right, we have one more honor to quickly hand out, and that is our Jimmy John Super Sub of the game. And I'm going to go against the team that won. I'm going to go with Spencer Snow. I think he started, but he kind of filled in the starting position.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of a sub in the starting, in the starting lineup. and really got the pace going. They had to set the tempo in order to compete with Dixie. He was the main guy kind of in that first quarter, made some huge shots, really aggressive. Great performance by Spencer Snow.
All right, that's going to wrap it up tonight once again as the Flyers pull away down the stretch, get the 10-point, 52-42 win over the Snow Canyon Warriors. They're unbeaten in 10 games in the region. Desert Hills also winning tonight, as did Pineview. That's going to wind it up. Thanks for joining us. On behalf of AT Andy Thompson, Mike McGarry saying good night from the jungle.